Hello. Yes, can I speak to Delicia? Yes, how you doing today, Delicia? Yes, this is Auntie Riri. Oh, you recognize my voice? Yes, you ain't heard from me in a long time? Yeah, you been cheating for a long time, too. Yeah. No, I'm just saying it's been a long time for a lot of things. Been such a long, long time. But anyway, I was giving you a call because my people had picked up, I'm legit now. My special forces has picked up on some surveillance at the mall between you and your daughter. hmm we do the courtyards and all that, make sure everything is safe for the people. And I picked up a recording where you were telling your daughter that once upon a time, uh, Shayla and Iman used to date, but they don't no more. I'm very familiar with that case, and I don't recall them breaking up recently. Not a successful breakup, in other words. Could you give me some more insight on that? Mm-hmm. You and the mind tired of being a secret. Uh-huh. And he took you to the game. Mm-hmm. Time for the world to know. Mm-hmm. But when is Shayla gonna know? We ain't talking about the world. We talking about Shayla. That one person. Yeah, we ain't talking about the 80 billion people in the world, but we talking about the one person. Yeah, when is she gonna know? Amen. Y'all still trying to work out the particulars? Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you a little story that you should tell your daughter since we storytelling, story time. Once upon a time, amen, this girl named Shayla, she was a little disturbed, a little delusional. But her mama had the bright idea to bring her best friend from her childhood to town so she could help, help her to get things and see things clearly. Because in middle school, she helped out, allegedly. But what the mother didn't know was that Shayla had dated one of her boyfriends. And Delicia never really got over it. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm sorry, I said Delicia. Okay, this story, we'll just name her Deliciaga. Okay? Deliciaga. You know who I'm talking about, though. Don't play stupid and dumb with me. Let me finish my story. Okay, anyway. Anyway, the mother, Angelina, she brought Deliciaga down to try to make things better for Shayla, but she didn't know that they had a little history, and that secretly, Deliciaga was a little bit jealous of her. Yeah. Oh, you feel like Deliciaga didn't have nothing to be jealous of? It's something. The Deliciaga boyfriend in middle school wanted Shayla and not her. But anyway, let me finish. Don't interrupt me no more, Deliciaga. Anyway, Deliciaga became very close to Shayla. Shayla told her all her secrets about a man named Lil Ankle. And Lil Ankle, he had hurt her very bad because Lil Ankle went back to his wife, who don't want him now. And so anyway, when Lil Ankle was out the way, they all went on a big date. And then Deliciaga, she didn't want this guy named Wayne, and Shayla didn't want him to have Wayne because she knew that Wayne had a history of being with women, but not staying with women. Amen. So she told her friend, don't get involved with him, which she was coming from a good place. But at this same dinner, she had met a basketball player at Wayne's house one day. And the basketball player pursued her, and he told her he really liked her. He told her a lot of game, and eventually he GTD. He got the draws. Now, once the basketball player started buying and doing things for Shayla, and Wayne, he started talking to Shayla's other friend named Honeypot and giving her $30,000 a month, Deliciaga got mad. She was secretly very, very upset about this. Yes. And then Deliciaga decided that she would become his stylist. And when she was styling him, she seen something that looked like an anaconda from the wild, wild jungle. And she got curious. And then Deliciaga went over his house and fitted him for a suit that looked very familiar. It looked like a little ankle suit that Shayla upgraded him in. But anyway, before you know it, Deliciaga was getting $15,000 a month and a new car. And now she has a ring. But Princess Shayla, not Princess, Misunderstanding Shayla, Princess Misunderstanding, she has no idea about what's going on. One day she got an inkling of something was going on. She just felt something in her spirit. It was sizzling in her spirit. And she came over, and Deliciaga, who's you say is not jealous of Shayla, she hid in the closet. She hid in the elevator, actually, because he has a very nice house. She hid in the elevator. While Shayla continued to check him, the basketball player, and gave him some yes ma'am in the living room. After giving him the yes ma'am, she left. And Deliciaga, big dummy, came out and kissed him in the same mouth that he kissed her in. Disgusting. Yes. Deliciaga continued this affair with the basketball player. And then they went out of town to L.A. and they had a group trip. And he wanted to tell the truth, but Deliciaga told him no. So she continued to be a fool and cheat behind her friend's back. She moved in the new house that the basketball player bought. And she was roommates. And they even crossed the line in this woman's house. Yes, they did. Then, after they crossed the line, they started to play in her face actively. They think it is cute. They think it's a joke. And then Deliciaga, as trifling as she is, she started flirting with the baby daddy. Yes, with the princess baby daddy. That's not true. Shut up while I'm telling my story. Before I call your daughter and tell her the story. You go listen to my story today. I got time today. So she continued to cheat and be manipulative. And she even told all her friends about it. So now all her friends are playing in Princess Misunderstanding's face, a.k.a. Shayla. Now that everything's out in the open and ain't nothing left to hide, there was another character that entered the chat. Her name is Mrs. Candace. So Messy Candace comes into the picture and she sees them on the TV in the matching outfits with the Birkin bag. Everything was matching. But Princess Misunderstanding, a.k.a. Shayla, hasn't seen it yet. So when everything comes out in Messy Candace, she confronts her on it. She lies to her daughter and tells her daughter, once upon a time. Yeah. Now, does that sound more accurate than what you told your daughter? It wasn't like that. It's exactly like that, Delisha. And if I were you, I might want to, it was a scene yesterday between Jocelyn and her sister. You might want to watch that surveillance. I can send you over the surveillance tape. Yeah. Or you can watch my channel. It's labeled Nook and Book. Yeah. You might want to, instead of some fashion lessons, you might want to get you some fighting lessons. Yeah. Because I believe that once upon a time, Shayla go give you what you need. And you go deserve it. Because you think it's cute now. Then your daughter, she getting snaked. She got a Deliciaga in her life with her little boyfriend. You're setting a terrible example, but I ain't finna go back down that road with you no more. It's just trifling. And then you go sit up there and lie to your daughter, bold-faced lie, and tell her once upon a time. Once upon a time, you might have been Shayla's friend. Once upon a time, you might have had an ounce of decency. Once upon a time, you may have not been so manipulative and just trifling. But at the current time, you wrong, Delisha. And I'm telling your daughter, go remember all these little snakish ways. Karma has a way of circling back around. What goes around comes. Merry go round and round. I got my Key Swift spirit in me today. But I'm telling you, Deliciaga. Yeah, I'm talking about you. The whole story was about you. You know it was about you. Don't act dumb with me now. Don't try to play in my face. And then you get in front of Candy Face talking about, just get to know you. Hell, Candace ain't gonna have you nowhere near Chase. She already got issues with Maggie. And then here come you, birds of a feather. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm not gonna get all back into the detail because we done talked about this numerous times. It's gonna be a misunderstanding, Delisha. You might as well rename the story. It's gonna be called Once Upon a Time There Was a Misunderstanding with Shayla and Delisa Aga. That's gonna be the name of the story, Misunderstanding. I'm telling you what I know. All right, good. I just want to go tell you to give you the correct bedtime story. If you go tell your daughter a story, tell her the right one. And stop lying. Y'all will get sick of lying. Go need a whole nose job just to fix your nose, Pinocchio. Anyway, I'll just call and tell you that. You and the mom finna come out. I see it when I believe it. When you come out, I'll be there. Because you definitely gonna need nothing but security when it happens. Because she gonna go ham on you. Yeah. All right, I'll talk to you later. I'm sick of talking to you. Lose my number. I called you back. Yeah, well, I call when I want to, but you lose my number. Don't call me. I'll call you. Bye. Y'all, I just had to say something. That girl talking about some once upon a time. That pissed me off, once upon a time. Then just sit up there and lie to that girl through her teeth. And act like, I'm telling y'all, this ain't going to turn out good. It's going to be a huge misunderstanding when all this come to the pass. But I'll talk to y'all later. Heap see, but if you know, we go keep watching as well as praying. Until talk to y'all later. Misunderstanding.